colleague of mine recommended Andy Pomerantz's My Psychology textbook to me. And when I took a look at it, I was really impressed with how easy it was to read, how really interesting it was. And I really felt that the textbook did a great job of conveying a lot of complex concepts to my students in a very accessible way. So I've taught this class for over 25, almost 30 years. And so I've had an opportunity to look at many different textbooks. And what I like most about My Psychology is I feel like in some way Andy's way of explaining things matches my own, it complements my own. I feel like the way that he arranges the material and he introduces the material makes a lot more sense than how some of the typical intro to psychology textbooks explain the material. It really feels refreshing. It feels like he's updated many of the different examples, and I think his materials speak to students so much more. It feels like a quantum leap above the other textbooks that I've used. It is a book that you actually want to use. It is a book that you want to read in your off time. I've had a number of students who have given unsolicited feedback saying how much they really love the textbook. I think there are a lot of examples in the textbook that really resonate with students. I think the place where I see it the most actually is in the My Take videos, where it's really cool to see people who are the same age as my students talking about examples, and they've come up with examples that I would never even imagine. And I think it really, I think I've appreciated those, and I found myself sort of adopting them in my lecture. I have to tell you that I find the test bank to be very well written, and that makes a difference. And as I said, I also like the learning curve. The learning curve quizzes. Those are adaptive quizzes that give students a chance to test their understanding of the material, and students find them to be very, very helpful, as well as the practice quizzes that are involved. I think probably one of the most important things is that Andy does such a wonderful job of integrating issues around diversity into the textbook. He uses studies by people who are from underrepresented minorities, and I think that's so nice because most of my students are students who are first generation, who are coming from underrepresented minorities, who are non-cis, and for them to be able to see people like them doing the kinds of work that they're interested in is, I think, really, really important. I would want people to know that My Psychology by Andy Pomerantz is an absolutely dynamite book, that it'll make a huge difference in the quality of the course that they teach. I think it'll actually make the students enjoy psychology more, and in return, I think it makes teaching Introduction to Psychology a fantastic experience for faculty.